Hi, this is Mato. Welcome to my online chess lecture. In this video I will show you a game between Fabiano Caruana and Levon Aronian. This is a game from World Championship Candidates Tournament, played in 2018. Fabiano Caruana had white pieces and he started with e4. Levon Aronian played e5, knight to f3, knight to c6, bishop to b5, the Spanish game, a6, bishop to a4, knight to f6, and Fabiano Caruana castled kingside. Bishop to e7, the most played move, rook to e1, b5, bishop to b3, and Aronian castled kingside too. d3, c3 intending d4 is the most played move. d3 was played, d6, and now bishop to d2. If h3 preventing bishop to g4, then black can play knight to a5 intending knight takes bishop. Bishop to d2, bishop to g4 pinning the knight, c3, d5, h3, bishop to h5, queen to e2, rook to b8, bishop to g5, d takes on e4, d takes on e4, h6, and now bishop to c1. Bishop goes home. Bishop to g6, attacking the pawn on e4, knight from b to d2, knight to h5 intending knight to f4, knight to f1, bishop to c5, g3, king to h7, king to g2, queen to e7 connecting rooks, bishop to c2, rook from f to d8, b4, bishop to b6, a4, knight to f6. If b takes on a4, position favors white. Knight to f6, knight to h4, queen to e6, white to move. Knight takes bishop on g6 was perhaps expected. Bishop to d3 was played, that is the best move. If a takes on b5, a takes on b5, and white is advised not to take the pawn on b5 because of bishop takes on f2, discovered attack on the queen. Back to our game. Bishop to d3, bishop to h5, g4, bishop takes on g4. If bishop goes to g6, then a takes on b5, and after a takes on b5, knight takes bishop, and after f takes on g6, bishop takes on b5 and white is better. So we have bishop takes on g4, sacrificing the bishop, h takes on g4, knight takes on g4, knight to f5, knight takes on f2, attacking the bishop, bishop to c2. For a sacrifice piece, black has 3 pawns. g6, attacking the knight. What is the best square for the knight? What would you do? This is a very interesting moment of the game. If knight from 5 goes to e3, then knight to h3, black is fine. What else? If knight takes on h6, then black wins very quickly. With queen to h3 check, and after king to g1, queen to h1 checkmatus. Back to our game. In this position, Caruana played the best move. Knight from 1 to e3. Pawn takes knight, and now pawn takes pawn, attacking the queen. Queen to f6, queen takes on f2. Black has only 2 pawns for a sacrificed piece. Black to move. e4 was played with 4 minutes on the clock. Aronian missed the best move, and that is knight takes on b4. And after c takes on b4, rook to d4. And white king is in a difficult position. because there is check on g8. If king goes to f1, rook goes to f4. Back to our game. e4 was played. Rook to h1. Note how the rook and the white dark squared bishop are connecting on h6. Rook to d6. Let's take it back. What happens if queen takes on c3? If queen takes on c3, then white wins like this. Rook takes on h6, check. King takes rook. f6, and white is winning. One line goes like this. King to h7, bishop takes on e4, check. King to g8, queen to h4, and black can resign. Back to our game. Rook to d6 was played. Bishop takes on e4. Rook to g8, check. King to f1. Knight to e5. Queen to f4. c6 preventing knight to d5. A takes on b5. Rook takes on h6 is also winning. If rook takes on h6, queen takes on h6, f6 check, and after rook to g6, queen takes queen check, king takes queen, knight to f5 check, winning the rook on d6. Back to our game. A takes on b5, rook to g5, now defending h6 pawn with the rook. B takes on a6, intending a7. Queen to d8, if something like king to g8, a7, and black must sacrifice the bishop for the pawn. Back to our game. Queen to d8, f6, check, knight to g6, blocking. White to move. What would you do in this position if you had white pieces? Please pause and find the best move for white. White played a move, and black resigned. The move is rook takes pawn on h6 check. Rook sacrifice. Aronian resigned. One line goes like this. King takes rook. Queen to h2 check. Rook to h5. Knight to f5 check. King to h7. Queen takes rook check. King to g8. Knight to e7 check. King to f8. Knight takes on g6. F takes on g6. Bishop to h6 check. King to e8. Queen takes on g6 check. King to d7. Queen to f7 check. King to c8. And there is checkmate in one. Queen to b7 checkmate. This was just one way to win. And now I'll take you to a site where you can learn tactics from Caruana himself. Let's go there. This awesome site is called Chessable. I will now log in. I will click on Login. I will click on Introduction, View. It says that this tactics training book gives you the opportunity to make the same winning moves as Super Grandmaster Fabiano Caruana made. Isn't it awesome? Okay, let's see some sample exercises. I will click on this one, Overstudy. I have already seen this one, and solve. You have only a certain amount of time to solve the problem. Note how the queen and the knight are connecting on g7. So this must be the correct move. If knight takes rook, then the queen takes on g7 checkmate. Black captured the knight with the bishop, but after rook to e5, white is winning. Okay, let's go to the next exercise. I will click again on Overstudy. This is a game between Caruana and Kramnik. White to move. What would you do in this position if you had white pieces? Note how the bishop on g7 is a loose piece. So the move is rook takes knight, and Kramnik resigned in view of pawn takes rook, bishop takes bishop on g7. Two pieces are much stronger than the rook, plus these other pawns help too. Okay, let's click on Continue. And I will pick something that I haven't seen before. Okay, let's pick this game. Caruana against Adams. White to move. How would you continue? If rooks could jump, then this rook would jump to e8. So perhaps we can sacrifice the bishop. And if pawn captured the bishop, we were winning. But rook to c8 was played. How do we win now? Then perhaps we give a check. And then we win the queen. And I am first on the leader's board with 240 points. Okay, let's scroll down. This interactive tactical book is full of awesome chess puzzles. And the price is next to nothing. Only $4.99. And I highly recommend this tactical book by Fabiano Caruana. And that is all. I hope that you enjoyed watching this video. I wish you good luck with your chess and bye for now.